Okay, the Dark Tournament is about a normal arc in any other anime. So is Chapter Black and Three Kings.
Okay, hey, original content.
I will admit Yu Yu Hakusho's pacing is bad, but Hunter x Hunter's is worse. Yu Yu Hakusho's pacing isn't bad, though.
Should have been an entire game of this.
And
not that.
Not that. And Dragon Ball Super's pacing started out really good.
Dragon Ball Super
did?
Dragon Ball Super in its entirety is literally the Frieza episode, the entirety of Universe 6 versus 7, and the Zamasu arc. After the Zamasu arc, we basically got to 73 and 74 where Goku and Hit fought again, and after 74, nothing happened.
Hold on. Let me break it down for you.
Nothing. We are on episode 114 right now.
Ryan, hold on. Let me give him a play.
And we are supposed to consider that this is that from 74 up to 114 is the Universal Tournament arc.
Hey, wait, Ryan, let me break it down.
30 episodes is about nothing but filler.
So Carson, the first 13 episodes of Dragon Ball Super are Battle of Gods. Now, granted, that has its own inherent problem of recapping a movie that I feel like we should have just been expected to have watched.
It also changes shit from the movie, but we don't have time to get into that.
Not a lot.
It changes minute things.
You don't have to watch the first season if you watch the movie.
I literally told Sean, you want to know you watch Super? You watch Resurrection F, you watch 6 versus 7, the movie, not the episodes, the movie, and then you just jump in on the Zamasu arc.
No, you can watch Universal 6 arc. Because the Universe 6 arc you can watch.
That is an invisible wall.
It's not a bad arc.
And at least Hit's cool.
Hit's cool. Yeah, you know what? That's the point of Universe 6 arc.
Look how fucking cool this guy is.
Yes.
And it's supposed to be like, look, there are more OP people in the universe. And that idea is left in the back of our heads for a story arc. If anything, I can say that's a good writing practice because that just means in the back of our heads while we're fighting Goku Black, we know there's going to be a big tournament because that's what Dragon Ball Z is about. Okay, I see what we're doing here. We're doing good. Goku Black arc is just bad. Like, I don't discredit Super for Goku Black. I just think Goku Black was a thing we all wish we could pretend didn't happen.
Damn it! God, I normally don't do that bad on that one.
Let's think about what you're saying, Sean, is that these are all thoughts that ran through your head until you got to the Universal Tournament.
Then we get to Universal Tournament.
Because you got to the Universal Tournament and you realize, Goku and Vegeta are still like literally the strongest people out there other than Jiren and Hit. Because everybody else from all these other universes.
At least there's no ending change for the other characters, so I can just get the emeralds as kind of a bonus thing and just cut till I get them.
So Goku
show that off and get the
after Zamasu arc, which is just bad and just badness.
Okay,
which had potential, but then became bad. Because literally, we can make a list of things we could have changed. We're not going to get that. But after that, we then have about 10 episodes of filler. Like, literally, nothing happens from episode 67 to about 74.
Yeah.
From about 7 episodes of
73 to 74 are literally when Goku fights again.
Yeah, unless you count fighting Kid again.
And that's about the only significant. Like I said, how do you watch Super? You watch Resurrection F. You watch the 6 versus 7 tournament movie.
That's not a movie. That's just an arc.
Well, that's an arc.
Yeah.
You watch that, and then you basically skip over to the Zamasu arc. You basically skip the fucking Zamasu arc. You get to the fight where Goku fights it again, and then basically you skip to 109. Because anything in between 74 and 109, you don't need to see.
So Carson, here's how
that is kind of true. Yeah.
Here's how you break down the Universal Tournament arc. Because technically, everything from 74 until now is the Universal Tournament.
I'm not gonna lie, I expected that to be a pit.
So the Universal Tournament arc right now is
longer.
That
surprised me.
The Universal Tournament arc right now is longer than Dark Tournament.
Lord.
It's 2 times as long as the Dark Tournament.
And less of that was the Dark Tournament. I'm sorry.
I will honestly go ahead and say that this arc is probably going to go for another 20 episodes, and if it does, it's 2 times longer than the Dark Tournament.
So the first about So the first few episodes was literally us setting up the Universal Tournament. Okay.
I still hate the Dark Tournament.
I don't understand why, because as far as I'm concerned, there's like way worse tournament arcs, and that one was actually handled well.
The only good thing to come out of that is Jin.
If you were to basically put it into retrospective, Jin is basically from Universe 4, and Jin could still fight Goku.
The only good
random guy that shows up at the end of the very first match,
and like Ryan said,
can still fight Goku.
The Dark Tournament had stakes because you know.
Almost everybody
that was retcon those stakes.
Almost everybody.
You're right. But
so then it doesn't have stakes.
No, but that's not what I mean. Like if Kurama had died in the Dark Tournament, you know, we wouldn't have thought about it.
But he didn't.
But he could have.
No, he couldn't have. Main character immunity.
Main character immunity. But in the Dark Tournament, when you're watching it, as far as you're concerned, in the Dark Tournament, he could have died.
I really don't like that arc, though.
I don't understand why, because I can't think of any better tournament arcs except for
the only good thing to come out of
which is the Dark Tournament as an anime.
The only good thing to come out of the Dark Tournament is Jin. That is the only good thing.
What do you mean? Taguro is an amazing villain.
Okay, Taguro.
Taguro is an amazing villain, like every other villain in Yu Yu Hakusho after.
Taguro's okay.
Taguro,
for example,
there is beauty in Taguro and the villain of Chapter Black. But Ryan's not through, so don't spoil it.
For example, the comparison of the two, Taguro is basically Jiren. But you want to know the difference between Jiren and Taguro? Is that Jiren had a team of shits. Other than Toppa and Dispo. They are literally the only two on that whole fucking team that mattered.
I've never liked
and none of them in reality, if Goku and Vegeta actually decided they were going to fucking fight,
it doesn't though. It keeps moving.
Oh yeah, no, because it's on boss.
Yeah.
Because how long?
Holy shit! Original content.
What? You know, here's my problem with that, Carter. Think about it. When we fight an enemy in Yu Yu Hakusho's Dark Tournament, we spend like at least an episode on each fight.
2 episodes.
Because each fight is significant.
It's not fucking Triangle Danger Beam.
And I don't say and you can say
useless ass
basically what you're saying to
me,
Carter, is that what you wanted was for the tournament to be like basically we speed through it until the finals, and the finals take like 10 episodes to get through.
It drags, and
it doesn't. Dragging would be spending like 10 episodes on the first fight.
The tournament wasn't interesting to me.
Well, you just didn't like it because no good reason. You just didn't like it.
It drags on.
No, because it didn't. You just didn't like it. It's not because it dragged on, because it doesn't drag on. Because we fight Toya for one episode. Well, it takes like technically we get to Toya on half of one episode and finish him halfway through the next episode. And then we make every fight significant. That's what a tournament arc should be. Every fight in the entire tournament should be equally significant. The only reason Dark Tournament feels long is because we do teams of 5. But that was also very important that we make every character relevant. Because, you know, one of the things about Yu Yu Hakusho, while he's still the main character, Yusuke isn't the only important character in his group. And so we had to give equal amounts of screen time to the main cast.
Didn't Kuwabara lose all of his fights?
Yes.
No. He won a couple.
Yeah,
he did?
He won. He won.
I only remember him getting pile drived into the ground by the...
He wins 2.
In fact, he's the reason they win one of the fights.
Yeah.
I only ever remember him getting slammed into the ground by the Elder Tagoro.
What do you mean? No, that's what he did to Elder Tagoro.
Yeah.
He slammed Elder Tagoro.
It's still an arc I do not really like, though.
No, he gets slammed into the ground because
did you even like Yu Yu Hakusho? Because as far as I'm concerned, the entire time you watched that, you didn't.
Parts of it!
It has the exact same...
that's the problem. It's not that you didn't like the Dark Tournament, you just don't like
I can actually turn this tangent around into an actual good point. Yu Yu Hakusho, as I've kind of been trying to say, it has the same problems that a Hunter x Hunter has, which is basically they're both good, but the story arcs in them kind of drag on a little bit too long.
Carson, we've talked about this. How long do we spend on Majin Buu?
But to be fair,
hey, if you don't like arcs dragging on too long,
as far as I'm concerned, all Dragon Ball Z is Frieza arc, Cell arc, Buu arc.
Well, Saiyan arc.
Frieza arc, Cell arc, Buu arc.
What about GT?
But Carson, if you don't like long arcs, stop watching Super now.
What I was going to try to say was
there we go.
Hunter x Hunter, it has basically the same thing, which is the opening arc of that anime, the Hunter exam. It's like really, really super long. Some people even say it's long in the manga, apparently. But it's kind of this weird thing of it like needs to be that long.
Well, okay, but can we not say the same thing about the Dark Tournament?
The thing this is weird to explain without really getting into spoilers. The reason that kind of works for the Hunter exam is it sets up things that come back later. The Dark Tournament doesn't really set up anything that comes back later.
We can safely say the Dark Tournament at some point conceptually was the end.
Yeah, so clearly.
Hey, that King Heavy is looking at you.
Now, as far as I like Chapter Black. I think Chapter Black is an amazing arc, but I can safely say that at some point he planned on ending it at the Dark Tournament, and the Dark Tournament was the point. In which case, as far as I'm concerned, that's the opposite end of the spectrum and should not be overlooked as a problem. Because, I mean, that's the opposite, but the opposite in the good way. And because, the first arc needed to be long to set up certain things that would come back later, whereas the last arc didn't need to do that because it was going to be the end.
And you see,
even though it did set things up to come back later, because if you think about it, the Dark Tournament is the entire reason for Chapter Black happening.
The moral of the story is the best shonen anime is JoJo because it actually condenses the parts in the it basically condenses the manga chapters down to very clean episode numbers, and the best anime is Trigun because of its clean 26 episodes.
Hey, Part 3 is 52 episodes long.
Because the Part 3 manga is that fucking long.
Well, that's not justification, though. Because that isn't that long drawn out?
I'm not saying it's not drawn out.
We spend an episode fighting one dude, if not two episodes fighting the same dude. Dark Tournament, we fight.
Just taking damage.
The Dark Tournament, we spend one episode on each fight because each fight matters. Each character matters.
Here's a controversial statement: the fights are more interesting in JoJo.
Oh, come on!
It's JoJo.
But in the anime, because that's what we're talking about, is we're gonna have an exhibition fight. So you go get two more people. So he goes and gets Boo and Gohan. Boo and Gohan come because Boo wasn't part of the Universe 6 tournament, and so we have to fix that by making him part of this exhibition match. And so they go and they fight Universe 9, and they reveal that Universe 9 and 7 have the lowest mortal rate, and that the loser of the Universal Tournament will be erased.
Oh, that was cool.
And so you know what? We're trying to make stakes. Except that we all know, you know, I know, Brian knows, Carter knows, the cats in the other room know, my cats at home know, my dogs know.
Not your bird, though.
That, because they also said that we get wishes on the Super Dragon Balls how this arc's gonna end. And that's that we're gonna wish back all the universes that we got erased.
But making this entire thing entirely pointless.
And we want to sit there and be like, oh, well, Goku is the bad guy because he started this. Well, no, actually, and someone brings this up, Goku actually saved a universe. Because they were probably going to erase all of the universes. But Goku wanted a tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So the prize is not universal destruction.
Mm-hmm.
But 4 universes have good enough moral levels, we're not going to erase them. Which just gives us the excuse of later having 4 universes of people we've never fought before.
Basically.
Is that before or after the Universe 6 arc?
That's probably after.
Where we go to Universe 6.
So we spend...
either train / help out in fighting all of Kava's problems.
So the exhibition match, best of 3. Best of 3 team wins. Boo fights one of the Sonic...
one trick does work.
Does Boo fight Knuckles or Tails?
If you hit them when they're going in and out of the hat...
I think Boo fights Knuckles. Boo beats Knuckles, because Boo is Boo.
You can knock them back out.
Yeah, Kirby could still beat both of them.
Okay, so, Gohan fights Tails and loses to Tails. Because Gohan still sucked at this point. Even though he still sucks, but that's for different reasons. But Gohan's power level sucked.
Power levels are pointless.
Except when Gohan sucks.
Come on, baby, you got what? 2 more hits?
So like Goku fights Sonic, but Sonic goes up and is like, if I win,
I want you
to stop your Universal Razor thing. And they're like, sure.
Woo!
Goku obliterates him. Then Toppo jumps down and says, you're evil, and fights Goku, and is evenly matched to hype up Universe 11. And they get stopped, and he's like, Jiren is a thing.
Okay.
So now we're hyped up by this name.
Here we go!
And this guy in this anime opening we've seen.
Okay, guys. So my question of the day is, what did you guys think of Knuckles' Act 1 mini-boss for this stage? And I have a secondary part of that question. Which Act 1 mini-boss for this stage do you guys prefer? The one Knuckles fights or the one Sonic and Tails fight? Personally, I prefer the Knuckles version of this mini-boss simply because I think the hitboxes are better. The one Sonic and Tails fight have janky hitboxes because it uses that pseudo 3D technology that the Genesis used, and that just makes the mini-boss really, really hard to hit, and that personally irritates me. But anyway, I would really love to know what you guys think. You can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments below, or you can leave them on social media. All my social media links are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shell for a minute. If you liked my video, please hit the like button and leave some comments. If you're new to my channel and want to see more of my videos, please hit the subscription button and subscribe. If you're already subscribed, please ring the bell next to the subscription button. That gives you the proper notifications of whenever I upload a new video. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media. Doing all of these things really helps out the channel, and it really helps our communities grow. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys next time.